Sumitra Goenka, since we are talking about the lives of people changing, I think you mentioned and touched upon a very important point, and that is overall health and mortality rate also. The health of the society that also depends on clean drinking water. In fact, surveys show that ever since the scheme came and it was implemented on ground, the number of waterborne related illnesses also have been reduced.
There is a direct correlation with these things, I think, because when you get contaminated water, you are bound to get diseases which arise from contamination of water. Also, the water which you get through taps are treated or tested by relevant authorities, maybe the municipality or the relevant rural authorities. And accordingly, you can be assured that there is a particular standard of what kind of water you are going to get in your tap. So when you get water from unauthorized places or contaminated water comes to your home, then the chances of several health related issues cropping up will be very high. I wanted to highlight one more point, that this is the first time ever that a Jal Shakti ministry was formed. Two ministries, one is the Ganga river rejuvenation, or I think the Ministry of Ganga, and the second is the Jal Shakti ministry. These are two crucial ministries which were formed, which was never heard of before. And I think this shows that the kind of commitment that this government intends to do. Now, Rishab was talking about some implementation parts, like the pipe may be broken, or there may be some issues. So these are all implementation issues. But at the same time, the intent of the government was very clear.
No, I know, Sumitra ji, sorry, I'm going to disagree. Intent has always been good. I'm not to say that previous government didn't have the intent. It is execution.
Now,
but none of us here are disputing whether every woman deserves a tap.
The water did not reach people on a mission.
No, that's not what I said. I said the opposite. I said we've done a dipstick test, and when you do a dipstick test, it's all anecdotal. Okay, I can't do the statistics because I have no way of measuring 10 crore of houses. Okay, you don't either, absolutely. And none of our colleagues who are sitting here have a way of going to 10 crore houses. It's not feasible for us. Only government can do that, and whether you trust government or not, statistics people can take with a pinch of salt. I have just done a dipstick test, and the dipstick test hasn't come out with nonsense. कि जी पेपर पे तो बड़ी अच्छी स्कीम थी. मंत्री साहब का जब हमने इंटरव्यू लिया लास्ट वीक at the munch, and he told us the same statistics, 10 crores, very good. But when we went to the ground, what did we find? And we found some positivity that these people are saying that yes, in the past 3 years we've got our taps, and the taps have regular water. Not once a week it works. Regular water, 2 to 3 times a day. Okay. Now, does that mean in urban areas also we don't have water problems? I can tell you, I live in a locality in South Delhi, we have water problems. So the water problem is not solved, but this logic of people living like they were 500, 600 years ago, कि आपको नहर में जाके मटका लेके आप पानी लेके आ रहे हो. I mean, this is a place where in Delhi where you see grand water structures that were built, reservoirs that were built over hundreds of years to provide water. And for lots of these people, their lives have not changed. You still have to go to the matka, to still go to hand pump. I mean, come on. I mean, hand pump. I mean, after a point, we have to move away from these things.
So I can also relate to an incident where 2 years back, I was in Uttarakhand, very near to a place, Haridwar. It is on a hilltop, and there was no water there. But what I heard just recently is the water connection pipe is reaching that place, and that it's a temple on top of a hill. And today water connection is reaching there. So this is through the same policy that we are getting the water. So this is really a great thing which is happening, because otherwise you can imagine somebody has to hike down from a hill, collect water from down, and then pick it up, because you don't even have proper roads to go to those areas.
And since,
so this is something which is remarkable,
right?
And I think the government should continue focusing on
yes, ma'am, and since you are mentioning
implementation of the scheme properly, as well, execution of the scheme properly.